So hi, welcome back to another basic typography tutorial. It's Chuksniki here, Nicholas, and we've gone all the way from straight lines, 180 degrees and 90 degrees. We've gone all the way to angular lines, the simpler types, to the complex angular lines, where we got to do the AWM, the simpler ones where we had to do the K, N, V, X, Y, Z. Then we dived into the simple curved lines. So the simple curved lines, we made the C and the G, and then the next episode we had the U, the O, and the Q, and we got to understand why the letter Q is the only letter of the alphabet that gets you to do something out of the norm. The norm was we had two styles of grid, a 3x3 and a 4x3. Well, the Q is the only letter that takes you into a 4x5. So we had the 3x3 and the 5x5. This is the only guy that gets you to the 4x5. No matter how much you try to make it look different, it's until you are trying to create stylized art and stylized typography. Like this stylized typography here, this particular typography, this font is band shift and it's not stylized as compared to Myriad Pro, which is Adobe's primary font case, which you see the difference in the Q. The stem here has differences. So this is not the history, this has nothing to do with the style and all that. This is just how to create the very basic typographic font, the very basic one. So heading straight into today's tutorial. Alright, so today's tutorial we've made the U, the O, and the Q, and I was thinking about making the S in the last episode, but I just had to bring it out of that episode to a different episode. So what we have left, like we did before, we are eliminating the already edited. We've made the U, we've made the Q, and we've made the O, and this is what we have left. 5 letters to go, 5 letters of the alphabet to go. Well, I feel jiggered up, I feel happy, I feel excited, and I'm glad that you've been on this journey. I am happy to have had you here. I'm happy you've learned all of this. What do we do from here? We will make the letter S, right? Make the letter S. Well, we're not going to make the letter S. I'm sorry to bust that bubble. We're not going to make the letter S. The letter S is going to come with the P and R. So today we'll be making the letter B and D. And the reason why I'm using a different font as compared to what I have been doing all here since is because this particular font is far closer to the basic than this particular font. It's really close, very close to it, but there's still, like I said, every font is stylized to fit its family, and this one is also stylized as much as this. It's just not the very basic of it all, you understand? Now let's get down to the basic. Let's get down to today's basic. Today's basic is, now there are smaller letters, so we only need 3x5 grids. We need 2 of it. You know, I like to make things orderly, so allow me get my measurements properly. All right, we have our measurements set, and okay, let's get down to business. The letter B and the letter D. I think I'll just do this today. Well, just like the rest of their brothers, they've gotten just like the rest of their brothers, they've gotten circles into their life, as compared to these other guys that just had straight lines in their lives. These ones now, they have upgraded, they've upgraded, and let's hit it quickly. Okay, so the letter B is, oh, that's a mistake, but forget about it. I'm joking. The letter B comes with a whole different style. It comes with a different style. The letter B comes with more circles than you expect. So the very first circle, I just made a big circle, and I know you saw it, so let me just put it right there. So we need 2 big circles, and the reason will make you shocked. But let's just get down to it. So I need curves in the middle, which is this curve and this curve, right? Which is this you see here, and the inner curve you see here. So we just need 2 of it. Also, for you to always have ease in making these stuffs. Why are you misbehaving? For you to always have ease when making your stuffs, most of the angular lines could be done with a triangle. Most of all of this could be done with triangle. I'll also say that again at the ending, so that those who didn't get it at all, during the episode, they'll get it over the end. So I see the letter S in this whole thing. I think what we'll do is we'll duplicate this, and we might end up making the letter S today. For those of you who are watching this episode, well, you are in luck, because the letter S finally comes to the party. It finally comes to the party. Let's get this good. Not really centered, but just good enough. All right, so this is where the mystery of the letter B comes in. The letter B, its curves at this point starts from here to here. So we need a 3rd circle. Why do I keep making that mistake? We need a 3rd circle. A 3rd circle that is right there. A 3rd circle. Wow. Do you guys see that it has gotten complexer? It has gotten complexer. Complexity. Well, all you need is, remember this. This is the biggest circle we've made yet. A big circle, 2 big circles that intersect each other. One, like this 2. I will highlight them so you remember. So what you need is 2 big circles that intersect each other, and then you need 2 small circles right in the middle of those big circles, right? And then finally you need the 2 other circles, like exactly the same way we've been making it, but this time only these 2 at the edge of the other ones, right? The same way we made it on the U, the O, the Q, the G, and the C. We need those 2 circles. We need those 2 circles again and again. So now, diving into the letter B, let's do this. The very first thing is we're going to get. Now you will know why those big circles they are here. We're going to get the very basic thing out of the way. The fact that it runs all the way to the bottom. That's the very first thing about it. The next thing is it does come out a little bit, right? Now this is where the game begins. If it does come out a little bit, this is where it calls begin. Yep. For those of you looking to make stylized art, stylized typography, beautiful fonts, and your own personal kind of fonts and typefaces, well, this is where you could do it. Like, you could do it. Whoa, I saw something I didn't like. Yep, and I know why. And that's why. All right, now we need to get this miracle completed. So the same way we did the top, we'll do the bottom. You see, when I said everything stylized comes from basic, it's just like when you want to build a house. If you don't know how to make a foundation of a house, well, every other thing you're making is useless, right? So this is it. Every other thing you're making without having this, it's not completely useless in art, but then again, if you don't know the basic, you keep finding errors that you don't know how to explain how to make them better. And there you have it, the unexpected, miraculous basic B. And it looks quite awkward, but it's not as wickedly awkward as the A. But nevertheless, that's how it's meant to be anyway. Now for the letter D, the letter D is simpler than the letter B. I think I should have done the letter D first, but let's just get down to it. So you need the exact same thing we've been doing for the U, the O, the Q, but this time we only need half of it. So we'll go from here to here, and then we would create the inner circles, 2 inner circles. And that's what D is. So like, that's everything though. That is everything, from top to bottom, left to right, and then top to bottom. So quickly, let's get down to the letter S. The letter S is not complex. Though it's scary, but it's not complex. All you need to do is you divide these 2 lines in halves. You understand? In equal halves. That's all you need to do for the letter S. You make sure your divide is, yeah, you see this. This is the reason why sometimes when I'm cutting lines, the lines don't cut properly. So all you need is a big circle, just like we did with the letter B, and then an inner circle, and then you divide this in 2s. That's just it. So I'm guessing some of you are wondering, so why have I been pushing the letter S? Well, if you hadn't learned this, the letter S, if you hadn't learned this, the letter S would seem a bit wicked to you. So now we're making like the top and the bottom of the letter O, but halfway here and halfway here. Now this is where it goes. It doesn't follow the other flow, right? So you could see what it's what I've been saying from the onset. You could make stylized art all the way from here. Every stylized art you want to get, you could create as much as possible from using grids. But this, like I said again, is the very, very basic of it all. So let's stick with the fonts. Let's stick with the story. Story is the basics, and This is the basic letter S. Simple, short, stylized, and beautiful. I know some of you are wondering, why don't we just take it all the way to the edge? Well, do you know that you are right? You're right, aren't you? But then again, it's not the basic one. This, my friend, is the basic. So you could, I guess some of you are saying something here. I'm pushed to do this just for just for clout and noise making. I'm kind of feeling like I should do this. So let's make the infinity sign right here. So there are a lot of things you could do apart from, it's not just letters you could make using grids. Designs, art, styles, functions, and posters, everything. Let's remove all of this, and well, we're done with today's episode. I was just playing all through the evening. It's been Nicholas, and I'll catch you all on the next episode.